Leo. My name is Audrey Allison. Thank you for joining me. This is your December 2014 forecast for the month. I'm very happy to be here. Let's get into it. Mars is transiting December 4th. Now he's leaving Capricorn. He's entering Aquarius. This is your 7th house. Aquarius is your polar opposite across from you on the astrological wheel. And the 7th house is relationships, marriage, soulmates, business partnerships, connections with people that run deep, not just superficial relationships where the 11th house resides. But this is, a deep connection house. For those of you married, Mars is, stimulating this sector and your relationship. Mars is giving energy. Mars is passion, drive, ambition, will, determination, feistiness, aggression. You want to watch how you're speaking to the loved ones around this time because Leos are feisty and Mars is fire as well. So you can get a little combative in the 7th if you don't watch it a little bit. But I think if anything, Mars is actually working for the people, who aren't in relationships that want one, because Mars is actually stationed here for 2 months. So you have support in the 7th house of relationships. This is for Leo ascendant as well as Leo sun sign. Watch your ascendant sign too, because it's actually more accurate for transits, more detailed according to your natal chart, since I don't have all of your degrees in front of me. So the 4th, Mars triggers the 7th house sector. And then on the 6th, we have our full moon at 14 degrees Gemini. Gemini, Leos love a Gemini because it sextiles you on the astrological wheel. And this is your 11th house of friendships. A lot of Leos are friends with Geminis and vice versa. There's connection here. The full moon is lighting up the 11th house of social activity. And 11th house is also your wishes and your goals. So there's an awareness here with a full moon, lighting up what has not been seen, what has been hidden. So watch what that brings to you as far as what you want to obtain in your personal goals, because the full moon might bring some of the pieces together to make you really manifest something, to become more aware of what it is you really desire. On the 12th of December, Jupiter, who's stationed in Leo, is going to retrograde in your sign, but I'm not mad at that. Jupiter retrogrades at 22 degrees Leo, and what this is, I'm comparing this to, and I'm so proud of my analogy. It's actually like, since Jupiter's so magnificent and literally the biggest planet, and very lucky and beautiful, expansive, and benevolent, if he retrogrades, it's not like a Mercury retrograde where it is a buzzkill. It's more like a time release capsule. Like, when you take medication or something that says, it's dispersed every 2 hours and slowly, it's just like this steady release. That's what a Jupiter retrograde is. So the beautiful abundance that he's working on with you, Leo, over the next, course of several months through August of 2015, he'll be with you. In a retrograde, it's just kind of like he doesn't send it in a big chunk to you. He just slowly disperses this magic. So it could feel, real dreamy with him. I kind of like it. Sometimes you don't need everything to happen all at once and so quickly. So a Jupiter retrograde gives you that breathing space to really appreciate some of the benevolence that's been coming your way because it's in your 1st house of self. Now on the 10th, Venus is actually entering Capricorn, leaving Sagittarius, entering Capricorn, and from the 10th of December on, your 6th house of work and daily routine and health is what's highlighted for December. And in a magnificent way, because Venus is going to be conjunct the Sun, the new moon at 0 degrees, and Mercury, that are all entering Capricorn. And, Pluto's been there. Pluto's in Capricorn. And he's, very intense. So all of these planets are about to be conjunct there. With Pluto, he's actually getting them to be even more intense than they can be without him there. When you're conjunct that planet, It's an overhaul of intensity. Okay, so Venus on the 10th, the planet of love and money, entering the 6th house. This is actually giving you, the 6th house is routine, daily regiment, workout schedules. Venus wants you looking good. So this is giving you all of the, beautification you need, the sensuality of your body, the ability to really love your workout routines, really love taking care of the self and taking care of your health. Venus is so going to appreciate that. Now, the 15th and the 16th triggers our Uranus-Pluto square. Uranus stationed in Aries, Pluto, like I said, in Capricorn at an exact 12 degrees. We have this tension on those 2 days again, some friction, and it's pitting your 9th house of education and faraway travel, long distance travel, against your 6th house of work and health. So there could be tension for those of you studying as far as work or taking classes. There could be a tension with the learning, with facilitating any learning, or lecturing could be a bit of a tense situation, or you might not be retaining information as well. Your mind in the 9th house is very broadened. It's a far horizon. The 9th house is metaphysical and spiritual too. So you could be incorporating some sort of routine, 6th house, to this 9th house. And there's a little bit of tension with this on the 15th and 16th. And it's going to be different for every person. It's really hard to say unless I'm looking at your exact chart and to the degrees in which this will, affect you. But circle those days, because what is being said then and what might appear isn't necessarily how things are going to go down. I wouldn't react to a lot of what you hear, either on the workforce in the 6th house or at school, or with, if you're traveling, take it real easy on those days. I would be on the beach relaxing with a margarita and some cocoa oil. Okay, so the 16th as well, Mercury's transiting into Capricorn again, the 6th house, conjunct Venus, conjunct Pluto. Mercury, information, news, communication, messages coming in, messages about the health. For those of you who've been waiting for test results, blood work, x-rays, exams, you bet your bottom dollar you're going to be hearing from the 16th through January of 15, when Mercury, or so, 11th, when he transits again. So news about the health, news about the job. For those of you looking for work, Mercury in the 6th is an excellent time for interviewing, especially since he's direct. Interviews, resumes, writing, speech, all of it's on point. Conjunct Venus, if you have to interview for jobs, you're looking amazing. You're coming off really well in interviews. It's a great time for work transition. On the 21st, the Sun is entering Capricorn like he does every year. But also this same day, we have our new moon in Capricorn. Now, this is at 0 degrees. So you have this initiating 0 degree mark. In astrology, not every new moon is at 0 degrees. So when he is, you want to take advantage of really implementing something new on that day. And now let me tell you, the 6th house, there would not be a better day in all 365 days of this year than on the 21st to start a workout routine that actually sticks. When we have new moons at 0 degrees, whatever you implement at that has more success in being tangible, in rooting itself into your regimen. And the 6th house is regimen. So, you know what, Leo and Leo rising? Get your workout on, get into the gym on that day, and something will stick with you. Whether it's you seeing real quick results that is a catalyst for you going in again the next day, or it's that you get a personal trainer that day, or you join a class, yoga, Pilates, that you're really into, that you're like, you know what, I can do this. This is the time, because you've got the Sun conjunct the new moon, conjunct Mercury, conjunct Venus, and Pluto, intensifying all of this. It's amazing. You could really transform yourself. Now, if it's workout that you don't need, even though we could all use the health, even if you're in shape It's good to keep your cardio up. But the 6th house is also daily routine for your work schedule, how you're structuring the hours within your day. If you want to implement a new routine on this day, say for example, I want to get up earlier, I want to spend 15 minutes to myself each morning so I'm not racing around. I want to have some green tea, meditate, or stretch. I know people are like, oh great, I've got kids, I can't stretch, I've got a million things to do. Well, you know what? You're not doing anyone any good if you can't take time for yourself within each morning or each day. So enough with the excuses. Everyone's got 15 minutes. Even if you have to get your ass up at 5:45 in the morning, you won't regret it. And it doesn't have to be every day. But it's important for you, whatever it is, initiate something on the 21st regarding your 6th sector. Now, the 6th house is also pets. Okay, so if all of what I'm saying is just hogwash, take care of your pet on that day. Do something really sweet for them. Or, maybe they need to work out. Maybe your little guy needs a run around the park. That's so sweet. Either way, the 21st is really the time for your 6th house. So think of something that would pertain to that for you and go for it. On the 23rd, Saturn is entering Sagittarius. Saturn is the restrictive planet, and he's restructuring the 5th house. So gambling might be not the best idea for the next 2.5 years. Not a huge risk taker, Saturn. Saturn wants you to tighten the wallet. But also the 5th house is children. So you're restructuring actually how you're spending time with your kids. And when I said that thing earlier about children in the morning, I'm channeling this information. It's what's applying to each sign, because I don't say that in every sign. So it's coming out naturally because my mind is like is like an electric portal. But I want to get to the cards, okay, to see what they have to say. We have a few minutes here. And I want to focus on Leo for December. And if you'd like a private reading with me, you can reach me at audreyallison.com and Facebook, Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot. Leo, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Vessels, seeking information, finding answers within. The Knight of Coins, the protector of your health and your wealth, 6th house. I love this. This is one of the most intuitive cards, the 7 of Cups, following your intuition, but also having the tools and the guidance that you already need to complete tasks. Now I pulled 2 cards at the end, the Queen of Cups, super psychic, goddess, and the Empress, parents or people creating, artists, creating music or paintings, whatever you're manifesting. Okay, so you've got a plethora of cup cards, all your intuition. You're finding some things out, okay? In December. Now, it's really important you protect your health and your wealth. The Knight of Coins is very conservative. You're probably going to be the one at the Christmas table who's actually watching their intake of food and alcohol, monitoring yourself because of your 6th house being lit up so much. But also, for those of you trying to get pregnant, this is huge. Trust your intuitive feminine cycle, because it's spot on, and I feel like the best times when, obviously when you're fertile, but the best times intuitively that will work for you. This could be pregnancy. So, you better bag it up, Leo, if you're not looking for all that. But these two together, extremely, extremely intuitive, psychic. You are receiving information, and you'll probably know the best thing in regards to your health, what to start practicing, what to start incorporating into your daily routine. So I hope this was helpful, Leo. I'm wishing you a beautiful December, and I will see you next month. My name is Audrey Allison, and I'm wishing you a sweet day. Bye.